Hey friends, so we are out here today at the Shanghai Disney Resort. The reason we come out is because we want to show you kind of what it's like to spend a day in Shanghai, but from the Shanghai Disney Resort metro station. So, metro station is on the east side of the resort, just down this way, past the wall here. You've got the actual Shanghai Disneyland itself. A little bit further along, you've got the Disney Town. Across the Wish and Star Lake, you've got the Disneyland Hotel, and then a little bit further back, you've got Toy Story Hotel. So we are staying at the Toy Story Hotel to start with. We just got the bus. You've got shuttle buses that take you from your hotels to the metro station, to Disney Town, to the resort. Like, it's fine. Like, you can navigate very easy. But yeah, we're going to hop on the metro, head into the city centre, and just take you along for a few activities for the day and just give you a whirlwind tour of Shanghai itself. So if you guys do enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. It'd be great if you could hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. Let's head into Shanghai. Okay, so metro tickets to the right hand side here. So we've got to grab our metro ticket and then we go through the station. A lot of security, by the way. A lot of security. Right, please select destination and fare. Ooh. These are banknotes, yeah, interesting. Okay, Union Pay, bank card. Okay, should we try this one then, bank card? Okay, so it turns out this is where you buy the cards from. You go through the process, you select buy, you select up here the card that you want. It's only the one card. So buy, and then you select the card, and then you select how you want to pay. So we paid by Alipay, or you can pay by Union Pay or WeChat or whatever. You go through it, and then it will say like scan your QR code, and then you put your phone down here to scan your QR code. And the first time Becky did it, it just went through. The second time she did it, she had to enter an authorization code. So you're going to have a few like attempts to make transactions before you have to do the authorization code, and then you get your card. And now we're going to go into the metro station. We've got to go through security to get into the metro station. But I think it's only like, if you've got suitcases, essentially, they'll put your suitcases through the metal detector. All right, so that's it. You just do it.
So that's what's value 80 now, so that's charged 20 for one journey?
No, it's not charged 20 for one journey, it's 20 deposit.
Oh,
20 deposit for your card, which is refundable, okay?
you can not refund it until you get us a souvenir.
Souvenir. We're going to do that. £2 for a souvenir. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. So this is Disney Station. There's only one line.
But a lot of exits.
A lot of exits, yeah.
I guess it's because when it's busy at fireworks time, it's really busy.
Yeah. Okay, so... Oh, the tube is here. Line 11.
Okay.
Let's go. We're on the tube. Lovely. So we're on the tube. I think it's like 20 or so stops until we get to like the place where we're going. Using that card was quite cool because it's a reusable card now, which we didn't have when we got to the train station at the airport. We just had a single-use ticket. It was 100 RMB or Chinese yuan or whatever, which was 1088, I think it was translated to, or converted to, sorry. We're going to do a few things in the city centre. It's going to take about 45 to an hour to do the journey to where we're going, because it's 20-ish stops. But the cool thing is we see, like, we're looking out the window as we're going, so we're seeing Shanghai, regardless of whether we can visit it or not, we can see it, which is pretty cool. Right, so we're off the tube. That was like 40 minutes on that tube. Now we've got to go down to line 13, the pink line. They just have numbers, they don't have actual... Maybe they do have names, but they've just named them numbers for us. Okay. Nice and easy. We need to figure out which way we're going.
I think it's on the right side. Yeah.
This way. Point of reference on how much that cost us. we were on the tube for 1 hour, basically, from Shanghai Disney to, where are we? Somewhere.
Somewhere.
We're going out to Changsha Road and Jining Road. Don't know where that is really. But it was 60. No. How much was it? 60. 6.
No, 7. It was 6.
6 RMB, which is like, I don't know, it's not a lot, it's like 60p. It's less than a pound for an hour on the tube. It's so cheap, so cheap. There's lines on the escalator. You should be walking on one side, standing on the other. But yeah, really cheap. So coming from the airport earlier, we really overpaid, but we didn't know.
When we overpaid, it's only like £2 total, so it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, really. Let's show you Shanghai. This is like actually us in the city now. This is cool.
We need to go south on Oriental Road.
Okay. So that's Jining Road. Changsha Road. Becky's just getting us directions. Oh, look, tuk tuk.
Metro line to Jingjiang Road station and leave to exit 4. From there, it's about 5 minutes walk to the temple along Anyan Road.
Okay, we got to find Anyan Road. So our first experience for the day is the Jade Buddha Temple. Now, coming out of the tube station, we came out of exit 4, which is just right there in Central Pane. Crossed the road a couple of times, and now the Jade Buddha Temple is just down the end of this road. The way I know that, one, I looked at a map obviously, and two, there's a lot of Western people heading in this direction. So if in doubt, just follow the Westerners and then you'll know where you're going. So we've arrived at the Jade Buddha Temple. Very cool and very traditional looking. Notice, we got notice to visitors here, so do read this before you go inside. I do love the like the designs of the temples. It's really beautiful. Wow, it's stunning. It's actually stunning in here. What's really cool is like you've got such a traditional temple right in the middle of huge skyscrapers. Like you've got this.
It was kind of like that in Hong Kong, though.
It was like that in Hong Kong. We went to one in Hong Kong, didn't we? Oh my goodness. Wow. Loads of people bought incense here as well, because this is like the tradition is to burn incense for loved ones that have passed. They do also have an audio guide here, I think, as well. So you got the Buddha here. People praying. I'm not going to record too much in here because it is a place of worship, but it's really nice to see. And I do suggest like coming out here just to experience it. If we go down this side, they have got these QR codes as well, but I can't scan the QR codes. It's not working. So you've got loads and loads of statues in here. You've got loads of areas for people to pray. Becky's just having a look through this one here. It's really, it is really peaceful around here. There's not any commotion or anything like that. It's just really nice. On all of the trees and stuff, and on all of the balconies, you've got all these little tags hanging. I think they're like wishes or things to pay respect and remember the dead, because there's like writing on each of these. So each area around the temple, you've got all these different gods, and each of them has offerings as well. So they've all got like a bunch of oranges, a bunch of apples, they've got lights, they got incense that you're burning for them. I think each one represents a different like good fortune that you're asking for. Essentially, you're asking for wealth, you're asking for good health, all of that kind of stuff. You pray to each of them so they can bring that good fortune to your family. There's another one just here as well. I think we may have seen that one already. They are also like trying to sell you things in here. More statues, more gods, goddesses. And each of them are going around to pray to all of the statues, all of the Buddhas. This is the main courtyard area, because you've got all the little houses around. Beautiful, beautiful architecture in here, like the traditional carvings. Just like looking around the edges where the like edges of the roofs bow up. Just fantastic carvings all around there. In this building here, that is where the main like big Buddha statue is, so we're going to go over there now, and then we're going to be tourists and take a few pictures here.
Just to add though, there isn't much information at all in English.
Yeah, there's not, unfortunately. There's none. You can use Google Translate if you can get Google to work, but it's not the best. Though it is just a peaceful experience in here, because there's no running around and shouting or anything like that. Alright, let's go up to the big guy. And we're going to step over the threshold now. You have to step over, you can't come in here in like a wheelchair or anything. There's 3 of them in here. 3 big ones. And then you've got statues all around the outside as well. So there's not a significant amount to like do here. Emphasis on the word do.
But allow yourself an hour or so maximum.
I'd say so, yeah. About an hour
Unless
is
you are Buddha, so much
good.
Nice. There's probably a lot of praying to do.
And it's nice to just look around. So you've got some like little huts here. You can buy all your incense, you can buy jewellery and stuff like that. There's fire pits here, and the fire pits, what they're doing is essentially they're burning the incense. That's why there's a lot of smoke in the air. It's quite smoggy around here, because they've got their incense. They're setting them on fire here, and then like blowing out the flame, and then they're taking them to go and pray to their gods.
What I do like about these kind of like stalls and stuff here is that they're not badgering you.
Yeah, they aren't. They're not.
And in other Asian countries that we've been to, you can't even walk down the street without getting harassed.
Yeah.
But generally in China so far,
We haven't been harassed at all.
no.
Ah, okay. So, right. Bit of a misunderstanding from my part. Yes, they are doing the things, but they're also burning their prayer sheets as well. So, if we have a look in here, like She had bits of paper, incense, everything. And this girl's burning her prayer sheets. It's quite cool. So we finished now in the Jade Buddha Temple. We're heading back to the tube station, the metro station, the Jianing Road Station. That's what it's called, maybe. Jiangning. So that's the one where we are. That's the closest to the Jade Buddha Temple. Got ourselves a Starbucks, and now we're going to head to the U Gardens. I think it's YU Gardens. Unfortunately, we're not actually going to have too long there because it's got quite limited operating hours. So we're going to make the most of what we can there, and maybe the markets or something if we can. But we're not really going to get too long. Head into line 14. As Becky says, the khaki-coloured one. That's where we're going. So we had 2 stops on the last line, and we've got like a few more on this one. Not long at all. So it'll be about 20-minute tube ride in total from the Jade Buddha Temple to the U Gardens. This is a really nice looking tube station. Not sure which one it's called. What's it called? Yuan Gardens, Becky's saying. Something like that. It's difficult to do the planning and the research when you're back in the UK because a lot of this doesn't appear on Google Maps or Apple Maps. So it does appear on Baidu, but Baidu's only in Chinese, Mandarin, so this is a stunning tube station though. Right, so about a 5-minute walk from the Yuan Garden tube station, and we're nearly at the U Gardens. Apple Maps we sort of somehow managed to get working, so happy days there. Pretty cool like area. Like this looks like a traditional temple again. You know what, right, this has got a real Hollywood Boulevard vibe to it. I don't know why. It just feels like Hollywood Boulevard vibe. So I think we need to cross here. The U Gardens is basically like a kind of complex of gardens and buildings and things like that. So let's cross. We're kind of jaywalking, but we're kind of not because this road's closed off to cars, which is good. See our first McDonald's. Amazing looking place. Some of the traditional architecture, this, I don't know, the sculpture, I guess, is that what it is? Looks really amazing. We're just heading down here to the U Gardens. Nearly there. We're in the markets of the U Garden now. We're going against the flow of traffic here though. Right against the flow of traffic. Smells good. Oh, look at these little panda ice creams. This is so cute. Wow, look at that building. Like this architecture is stunning. So we kind of need to make our way left to get to the like actual gardens. Okay, this is the entrance to the U Garden. So the U Garden entrance is inside the market complex. And you can pre-book your ticket online, or you can just buy it at the gate there. And then you go through. We're in the U Garden. It's quite busy getting in here at least. I don't know what this means, but there's a lot of people taking pictures in front of it. So I think it's something cool that you should take a picture in front of.
It's got writing on the back.
Writing on the back? Oh. Anybody can translate this for me? and translate this as well? I don't know what it means. But it's really nice in here. It's really nice in here. I've lost Becky. She's gone off inside the temple already. Can't keep hold of her. The good thing actually here, they actually have something in English as well. So we're going to take a picture of it and we can read it later then. But it talks about the hall and the main building and what the word means. So feel free to pause it and read if you'd like. So we do have a little map here of the whole of the area. It's actually massive. But this is just the garden as well. This isn't the market that we went to a second ago. So if we keep walking around, obviously got this temple here that we went to. It wasn't a temple, sorry, it was the hut of the gardeners, I think, is what it said. And again, just the architecture is incredible.
Something must be special about that sticking out, is it?
Yeah, there's so many people just taking a picture of this exact spot.
Look at some of the audio tour.
Wow. Hey guys, we are in the middle of the biggest city in the world. And then you've got this. Okay, so you can go like one of two ways to do this view. So the way we are at the moment, but there's also a lot of people that go into the left over there and get in a slightly different perspective of it. That's why everybody was over there going that way. So we're going to probably head over there in just a second as well. So we've come over the other side to like the overlook balcony area. It is heaving around here. Can't deny that. No space to actually just sit and get some pictures. But it's a beautiful overlook here. So we're back at the front again. This is the exit just here. Of sorts. It's like a cave. You go through the Cave of Wonders. Ooh, this is quite nice, isn't it? Big Fish? You seen that film, Big Fish?
Yeah.
Good film, I think. Ewan McGregor, peak Ewan McGregor. It's really nice. So we had some really cool shots a second ago. Becky and I took turns up in the pergola there, and one of us down here, and we had some cool shots from a distance with just all of this in the background with nobody either side. We couldn't get nobody in the background there. It's just a nice, really nice place to be. You could get some cool shots if you were like sat down here. It's a beautiful place. It's really weird because you're right in the middle of a city. We're in another cave. It's weird how there's just so many caves. And I think it's supposed to be a one-way system, but I'm really not sure. Well, that was stress-inducing just going through there. There's so many people there trying to get through a small spot. Look at some of the architectural carvings up there. I think they're in stone. But all around the top, you've got like the birds, you've got the dragons, you've got the samurais. They're not samurais, are they? The warriors on horseback. It's incredible. It really is incredible. This was really cheap to get in as well. So if you want a like few hour experience here, this is definitely the one. I think it's the most popular tourist destination in Shanghai as well. The Hanbi Tower. Hanbi Tower? So each of these rooms has got like all kinds of furniture in. They are giving you a description of what the furniture is and everything as well. This place just goes on and on and on. There's so much to it. The staff are starting to come around though and get ready to lock up because we're sort of like just after 4 and I think the place closes at 4:30. So again, one of the rooms that's got like furniture in. Explains what the furniture is. Oh, goodness me! Look at this building.
Dear visitors, thank you for visiting Yu Gardens. Our visiting time for today is about to an end. Welcome to come back next time.
Okay, so we just got an announcement that they're closing up any second. So we're going to try and get a couple of pictures in this area and then head to the exit. Right, we're now back out in the market of the Yu Gardens. I think we were here a second ago. We're trying to find like somewhere to get something savoury to eat. It's so packed in here. Big queue to get into this jewellery shop. Interesting. And you got loads of little, just like cool market stalls. We're trying to find somewhere to get some savoury food. So just found this little traditional dumpling place since 1932. Daoshen Shengjian. So we're going to go in here and grab a bite to eat. So we come into this random like dumpling place and got some of these dumplings, and these were cheap. These were very cheap. $3.89 we paid for 8 dumplings. So this is going to be our first taste of traditional China.
They smell amazing.
They do smell amazing. They've got like a soy saucy type vinegary smell to them. One is pork. And one is prawn and pork.
No, prawn and meat.
Prawn and meat, but the meat said pork on one of them. So maybe it's pork, maybe it's chicken, but we don't know which one's
maybe
which.
Maybe it's the one with goose liver in it.
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute. But they look amazing. We got chopsticks. I can't use chopsticks, so I'm just going to pick it out by hand. So, all right.
Or maybe I'll feed you.
Which one are we going to go for first?
Go with this one?
Yep. You sure? Look at this! I appreciate it doesn't look like too pretty, but the steam coming off of that, the juice, the sauce, the flavour, everything.
So good flavour, deep flavour.
Yeah, it's really like a pungent flavour. So nice. A little bit crispy on the bottom, but then like soft and squishy. Really nice. £4. 50p each for these. In Wagamama's, it's like £7 for 5 little goyosas. This place is so nice. It feels like traditional China, what you would expect traditional China to be as a Westerner. And then you come in and you've got a Fila store over there. Yeah, it is. It is very much, Becky said, the Chinese version of Borough Market. Look, we got meat on a stick. £2. It's like a proper food hall. We're on the lookout for some bat. Snails. And if we have a look at these little like dumpling things that are shaped like rabbits. They're rabbits. Evil rabbit, yeah. And then we're back. And I got my meat on a stick. Oh wow. This is so cool.
You sugar-coated pal.
That hurt, that did. She just called me a sugar-coated hole. This is a cool, like the markets have been really cool because it is like just walking down like Borough Market or Covent Garden or something. You know, seeing all the little stands. I like it. I really like it. It's nice. I don't know what like. I guess sweet treat or something like. Very strange. Very strange. So we've taken a trip from the Yew Gardens and the markets that we saw there, and we've come down a little bit further. We got a taxi. The taxi was genuinely only about £2. It was so cheap. About 1.5 kilometers. We've come down to some pretty amazing sights here at the Bund, and let's show you what we have right here because it is absolutely incredible. Look at that. The Shanghai Skyline. Beautiful. You got the Oriental Pearl Tower there to the left-hand side. That is what everything gets compared to. Every time we've gone to an observation deck, every time we've gone to a tower, whatever, the Oriental Pearl Tower is there somehow. Just absolutely incredible. Our next attraction for the day is going to be the Bund Sightseeing Tunnel. Now this is a little like sightseeing light show underground tunnel that'll take you underneath the river. You can go down there, see what it looks like, and then we're going to come out at a pretty cool spot. Alright, so we are in. We just got our ticket.
I love this for these scrapbook
70,
price, can I say?
yeah, 70 yuan they call it for a return. Which isn't too bad. Worked out basically $7.50 each.
Which is much more expensive than the normal tube.
Yeah.
Which you can also get across the river.
Yeah.
But we'll see how
This is a sightseeing
this
tunnel.
enhances the experience.
Yeah, I mean look, we got elephants here. What's not to love? How cool is this? Well, that's 750 that we're not going to get back. It was an experience. It was an experience. It's interesting. I think it's worth probably about £2, £3.
If you really want to try it, just do it one way.
Yeah, just do it one way, and then get the tube back.
I'm sure there was some kind of story, but it was very hard to hear, hard to understand. They just kept saying this is what the name of the scene was, basically.
That was it, yeah. And you can see stuff, which is cool, but it's just not really worth it.
No.
I wouldn't do it again. Well, until we come back, maybe. So after the Bund, we are walking on our way to the Oriental Pearl Tower, which is just here. We will take you up there in just a second, but we are Disney fans, so we've come here to the Flagship Disney Store in Shanghai. It's a very cool looking store with a very cool looking clock tower. We've got Disney and Star Wars music playing. And this is a real working clock tower as well. It's awesome. So around the bottom we've got Minnie Mouse. We've got Donald Duck. We've got Pluto. And we've got Goofy as well. And then we've got like a hidden Mickey around the clock tower as well. So you can actually walk straight through the middle of this castle and come out the other side. We'll go around there in just a second.
You there, yes, show us the proper usage, won't you? Take a magic wand and give it a go.
A giant Lotso. Then you've got this like jump into spring cutesy section in here. You can actually go in there and have your picture taken. It's a photo opportunity. And then here you've got Eeyore, and you've got a little pink fluffy swing. So this whole pink collection here, with all of the pink stuff, all of the traditional characters that are tainted pink, this is for the Jump Into Spring collection. Alright, so next stop on our tour of Shanghai is the impressively tall Oriental Pearl Tower. We're trying to figure out how to get to it. We don't know if we go down a little bit further. No, because that curls all the way around. It's like you're going over the roundabout. That's quite cool. It's like an elevated bridge over the roundabout. So we've got to go down here. We just came from the Disney Store over there. And interestingly, so the tower did a light show. There's a hidden Mickey in the planters. The store looks really awesome inside. And we've got a lot of cherry blossom here. And a Starbucks. So we're going to go up the Oriental Pearl Tower. We booked our tickets in advance on TripAdvisor, I believe, and they were £37 per person. I'll show you sort of the full extent of the Oriental Pearl Tower. It is pretty big. So we're just going to go, I think, right, you've got the Shanghai History Museum here to the left where it says lobby and store. The entrance, it says, is to the right up these stairs. That's what I'm assuming. Quite a lot of stairs. Quite inaccessible.
I think you probably can go in there and get in the lift.
Yeah, you probably can, yeah. You've got an aquarium down the back there as well, actually. Ah, look, these oh my goodness, they're slides. They're legit slides. That's cute. So we hit a little bit of a snag with our TripAdvisor booking. So what I would suggest is just don't book on TripAdvisor. Turn up when you get here and book tickets at gate number 1 here. Just the back of this building is the ticket thing. So Becky went and booked the tickets and we have the booking confirmation, everything's fine. But they didn't send us a QR code, they just sent us a barcode. Which means when we got to the security office, the front where we scan our tickets, they just refused us entry.
And then they sent us to another ticket booth.
They sent us to another ticket booth who didn't help. I think the difficulty is, like, we're in China, granted, but nobody speaks English, so we can't just like easily.
I get that they wouldn't speak English like that. I'm not saying that they should, but if you're going to have a tourism desk at your facility, you need to have a bit of language diversity at that desk.
Yeah, so we're having a conversation through Alipay Translate, basically. I think it was a WeChat Translate or something. It's what it is. It's frustrating, but Becky didn't make any mistakes. She just booked what TripAdvisor said, and TripAdvisor's made a mistake basically and either not sent them to us, or
I think it's
the tour operator maybe hasn't sent them.
It's like goes through 3 parties, isn't it? TripAdvisor, tour operator, and this place.
Yeah. Oh, it's like a shopping centre inside the bottom. A Coca-Cola store. So you got to get in the lift and we're going to go up the tower now. There's a revolving restaurant up here as well. We were tempted to book, but the revolving restaurant makes it really expensive. 263 meters. Okay. Oh, she's loud. There we have Shanghai. Look at that. That's where we were earlier. That's the Bund. That's where we got the Bund tunnel over. These buildings, they all look kind of like, they've got like a British American vibe to them. And you've got building over here just kind of shimmering. With boats out on the water, we're all lit up. And then just down the bottom here, you've got like a guide of all of the buildings. So naturally up here you've got a little gift shop as well. And then you can take a look around. It's a whole sort of 360 degree revolving area. Well, this doesn't revolve. There is parts of this that does revolve. We're going to go up again in just a second. Here's that traditional guide. Sky Tower, Khalifa Tower, Kuala Lumpur Tower, Tokyo Tower, Seoul Tower, Canton, Macau, Sichuan, Central TV, Oriental Pearl. Ah, there's the Apple Store. Just down there, that's
What's the purple thing there? So look at this purple thing.
interesting. That's the flagship Apple Store in Shanghai. Kind of like the Fifth Avenue one in New York with the glass tower, but it's a cylinder instead of a cube this time. It's quite cool. We were over at the Disney Store, like just over the road from that. Yeah, Becky was just saying it's quite a unique building. It's quite loud up here as well. It's difficult to hear. And I was right, they do. Oh my goodness, they've got the Blackpool Tower on here. Living the dream. Look at that. So we've done the CN, we've done the Empire State Building. Obviously we've done the Blackpool Tower. Not sure, we've done the Eiffel Tower. So, okay, that's good. Look at this building here. So this is like, they do a light show in some of the buildings of an evening, much in the same way we had the one in Hong Kong when we went over there. If you haven't checked out our Hong Kong playlist, I will put a link down in the description for that so you can go and see what it's like. This is our second time bringing you guys to Asia with us. I think looking at it, the light show here is potentially a little bit better than the one in Hong Kong. The one in Hong Kong seemed a little bit like, you're a little bit withdrawn from it. I don't know if that's where we were located or just the show in general. We've done a 360-degree loop of this, and we're gonna now go hopefully upwards again. You do have a revolving restaurant here as well. We haven't booked the revolving restaurant, but you've got a space capsule as well you can go to. That's another exhibit. That's an additional extra.
You can go up the stairs to go to the revolving restaurant.
Okay, I'll show you some of what they've got though. So, you've got the space capsule, you've got the revolving restaurant, you've got the Circarama show, Sightseeing Galleria, and Transparent Observatory. So we might go down to the Transparent Observatory. So that space capsule, we're not going to do it. It's 100 yuan extra. But I think it's like, I don't think it's a real thing, is it? It's not like, you can't look out anymore. I think it's just like, I don't know. You know, I don't really want to do a VR or a screen-related thing when the whole point is to see the sights, you know, so not ideal. Okay, we come down a few, and right, look at this, look at this. It's really crowded. Ah! A hidden Mickey on top of the store. That's so cool. This is so cool. Like, this is a really good see-through floor because all of the buildings have like interacted with the fact that it's see-through. I love the buildings. Becky's trying to scare me right now. It's not appropriate at all. I'm not a big fan of heights. Despite going on all the roller coasters that I can find, I am not a fan of heights.
So that roller coaster that they mentioned, the VR roller coaster, that must be the space park, right?
Possibly, yeah, I guess so. They've got a few attractions here, but it's all like added extras.
Yeah, most of the time.
No, it is, and it's quiet wind-wise in here.
Yeah.
It's very quiet wind-wise in here, but it's not quiet in terms of people shouting. There's a lot of shouting going on here.
Echoey as well.
Yeah, it is quite echoey. But it's cool. I really... I like it. I like it. Some cool views up here. If it wasn't as foggy and as smoggy, that would be quite cool. Really nice views. We're slowly making our way down. We've got a 90-meter sightseeing floor and an elevator. And then I think this is where like this movie is as well, down here. The way to downstairs. Oh, here's the VR kind of coaster thing. So down here in the lobby you've got the Shanghai History Museum as well. That is just over there. I believe that's included in our ticket. And you've got a Lego version of the Oriental Pearl Tower. This is made up of 36,762 pieces. Wow. Pretty cool. This is really loud. So I think we're just going to leave the building at this point. Alright, so we've just done the Oriental Pearl Tower, and you know what? I'm fairly disappointed in it, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean there was some information around about the buildings, but I'd quite like to have the information about like how it was built, why it was built, how long it took to build.
Yeah,
There was a lot of like extra information being spoken by the staff, but it was all in Mandarin.
Yeah, so it's a little bit difficult. I think the problem we have with towers in general, as we were saying it throughout whilst we were not recording, is that you kind of are like, once you've seen part of the tower, once you've seen the view from the top of the tower, you've seen the view from the middle of the tower, you've seen the view from the bottom of the tower. You don't need to do it all. You only need to see one lot of the view.
And you only really want to do it to see the skyline. And then once you've done that, because you're in a new city as well, when you don't know what you're looking for, it's not like you can be like, oh yeah, I've done that, or I've been there, or...
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, I feel like it's something you have to do.
It is. It is. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to go and experience these kind of towers and places like that. But I don't think that was the best version of one that we've done. Personally, if I'm thinking of any, I think the Niagara Falls one was better than that. The Niagara Falls one was really cool because you're at the top and you can see the falls from up there. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. I'm just going to sit on these little balls now. We're going to order a taxi to get back to the hotel. I think it's like £10 to get back to the hotel from here.
40 minutes, 81 yuans.
40 minutes, 81 yuans. 81 yuans. We've roughly been dividing it by 10 and adding a little bit, so it's like £9 or £10. Not bad, really, for a 40-minute taxi ride. Alright, so we are back, and that is the end of our sort of 24 hours, actually going to be 12 hours, maybe just about got 8 hours in Shanghai kind of day, and it was pretty cool. We did some, we did a lot in that time, to be fair. What did we started with the Jade Buddha Temple in the morning, which was really nice. It was peaceful to look around, and it's just a really tranquil place. We're not religious people, but getting to experience those places of worship are really, really nice to appreciate what people believe in, and to be fair, I like the architecture of them as well. They look cool. They look really good. It was beautiful buildings, some really beautiful statues, and we had a really nice time. And next up, we went to the Yew Gardens, which was again, that was really peaceful. Just walking around, it kept going on and on and on. There was so much to it; it was mad. And that, it was fairly cheap. I put down in the bottom corner how much the Yew Gardens was. The Jade Temple itself was free, so that was like two really, like, we've done a lot for very little money. Mooching around Shanghai a little bit more, we went to the Shanghai Disney Store, which was cool. We're Disney people. We're staying at the Disney Hotel. We're in Shanghai Disney Resort for a reason, so it was cool to see that. And then the Oriental Pearl Tower. We got a little bit frustrated at the Oriental Pearl Tower with the ticket situation we booked on TripAdvisor. they didn't provide us a QR code, and you need a QR code to get in, and the guys at the Oriental Pearl just would not have any of it, which, that's fair.
You can see both sides, can't you?
You can see both sides of it, but we're obviously getting frustrated because we've been awake for 36 hours. They don't know that we've been awake for 36 hours, so they're just like, these guys are just being idiots. It's just fair. It is what it is. But once we got up there, it was cool to see. We've seen the Oriental Pearl Tower on every single like comparison of skyscrapers around the world when we've seen them. But the thing with those towers is, by the time you've been up there and you've been up there 5 minutes, that's all you need. And they're like 20 quid a pop. I can't remember how much ours was, but it was fairly expensive for the Oriental Pearl today. And then, just the journey back to the resort, we got a taxi in the end. It cost £10, maybe £11. It took about 35-40 minutes. So depending on what you want to do, I mean, you can get a taxi to and from if you want. Taxis are fairly cheap here. The tube is even cheaper, but then we would have had a 10-minute wait probably to get the shuttle from the metro station to the hotel. So we just cut out one of those steps. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed following us along throughout Shanghai and just experiencing like a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of Shanghai. We had a great time filming it for you guys, and I think Shanghai is certainly somewhere we would come back based on our impressions today at least. So if you guys did enjoy the video throughout, give us a thumbs up. Do appreciate it. It really does help us out a lot. And it would be great if you could hit the subscribe button and bell icon to be notified when we post all new videos. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.